Hello, everybody. Good day to you all. Today, I am talking about Ironheart, season number 1, episode number 4, episode number 6. I'm finishing out the whole entire season. I'm done with the series right now. It's been a while. So I'm finishing it out, and I gotta say, overall, I should enjoy the show. This is not the. I heard a lot of reviews about the show. A lot of people hate on this show. A lot of people hating on Riri and all the stuff they've been saying. She's a narcissist and blah 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 blah. None of that's right. None of that's correct because a lot of people saw this thing in Marvel. And stuff that she says about she's just as good as Iron Man or better than Iron Man, blah blah blah. For Iron Man's money, he wouldn't be blah, blah, blah. It's parts of that true, but some of that. But that's stuff that people are stuck on, and that's not the part that you should be focusing on, because that's not real. She did say those things, but that's not the real thing. Like this, some people act a certain way in public. That's not truly who they are. Until you see behind the closed door, you have this, and then you understand why they're doing why they're acting this way. Some people might act like they're all cocky and all blah blah blah. You might I might hate this guy. He act like he knows blah. He's so full. And then now you see how their family life is, how they're treated, and you might just and they put on this facade to be better than or more like that what's going on. And this show right here. The problem with this, I wouldn't say it's a problem, because this Marvel takes the chance with this show, and I don't think Marvel was ready for it. I don't think a lot of people understood what Marvel was serving them, because this is not a superhero show. It's not a superhero show. Yes, it's called Ironheart. It's based off a comic book character, but this is not a superhero show. This is not when the superhero goes through the hero's journey, gets the power or whatever they do, and then they learn how to be the hero so they can stop the bad guy and save the day. That's not the movie. This is not that show. Matter of fact, even the bad guy is barely the bad guy in this show. And nobody's really good in this show. Nobody's really bad in this show. People are just like in this weird shade of a dark gray. And you understand where they're coming from and the motivation of why they're doing it, but this and it's sad. This is not an upbeat, uplifting show where you learn a lesson from. Man, well, you can't learn a lesson from the show. You can learn a lesson from pretty much anything, and what not to do when you're dealing with certain things. Because this is a show about trauma. And I'm thinking now I'm starting to see what Marvel's doing this season. Because this show right here, you also had the Thunderbolts as well. And you might just, interesting. These are not the typical superhero topics that most people see in Marvel. Because Marvel mostly always joking and making a lot of jokes all the time, and they'll take nothing really seriously. Even when bad things happen, they make a joke about it to undercut it, so you won't feel anything. But this right here made you feel something. And a lot of people didn't really like what they felt, so they thought the show was bad. But that's not the case. Riri is a person dealing with trauma. The bad guy, Parker, the Hood, he's also dealing with a form of trauma. You even have what's going on with Stain and what he's going through, and he's going through a certain type of trauma as well. And they all handle it not good. This is one of those type of stories kind of reflect a little bit on real life. Like, somebody who's smart and very intelligent. Look like they had their whole life ahead of them. Because of certain things happen in their life, they fall down the same path. And that maybe who their father was, or something like that. Either it was drugs, or they were abuse. They was a victim of abuse themselves, and then they end up becoming an abuser themselves, or something like that too. Or their parents was a criminal. They were in and out of jail, and they seen that, and they end up falling in that category. Even though they have all this potential, they end up doing the exact same thing, and it just passes down generation to generation, which really sucks. Riri witnessed her. Now, it wasn't her biological father, but this is pretty much her father gets shot and killed, and her best friend gets shot and killed right in front of her face when she was young. And she never got past that, and also she never went to anybody to deal with it. She pretty much like Batman. What if Batman saw his parents' death, but his motivation becoming Batman was all messed up? He made the wrong decisions instead. Riri saw this happen to her parents, her father, and her best friend, and she was paralyzed. She couldn't do nothing to stop it. And then, because she's smart and very intelligent, she sees Iron Man, and she focuses on him. And she says, "I want to not only be that, I want to be better than that. So that way, I can protect myself. I can protect my mom. I can protect my friends, and that would never happen again. I would never see my parents, somebody I care about get shot and killed in front of me again. I would never see somebody get hurt in front of me again, and I do nothing to stop it because she's feeling guilty because she did nothing. She just froze. She did nothing, and she's been trying to fix that her whole entire life, to this point in time. And the thing is, though, she feels as though going the right way, which would be the perfect way to do it. It might take a little longer. It might go a little different route, but she will get there. But she felt as though I had to do this now, because if I do this now, I can protect them now. I can protect them now. And so she's instead of talking to somebody, talking to her parents, she felt as though she took on this whole burden on herself, and she made all these stupid, dumb decisions. And the thing is, though, she kept trying to make shortcuts to the end goal. And the thing is, what she wants to do is very helpful and very important, and actually could be good, but because her fears, she went down chose the wrong path, because she thought it'll get her there faster. If she gets there faster, then I can protect people better, my friends and stuff better. If I get there faster, then I can I can stop things from happening, from bad things happening to them. Yes, okay, I'm selling all things like that to make money off the different schools, and selling all my tests, telling them all the tests so they can pass different schools like that too. Selling secrets from the school to them so I can make some money to get to. But it help me get to my goal. You understand what my goal is? I gotta protect my family. I gotta protect my friends. I gotta protect them. You don't understand. But because she's going about it the wrong way, it kept taking her further away from her goal. And instead of learning from that, she just doubles down on it, which is like so sad. When you see somebody with so much potential just constantly keep messing up, and you keep hoping they'll turn things around. You're hoping they'll see the light. And a lot of people, even into the show, kept trying to steer in the right path, trying to steer in the right way. But she just said, "No, I got to do it this way." You don't understand, because if you get involved, you could get hurt, and I want you to get hurt, so I got to do this all myself. Like that, and I just like, oh no, baby. You see her and constantly mess up over and over again. And a lot of the problems that happen to her are because of what her decisions that she made. And you want to cheer for her. You do, but at the same time, you can't fool it, because it's, oh, that was so dumb. That was so dumb. Then you have Parker Robbins, who's played by Anthony Ramos, who's also the Hood. And he is suffering from daddy issues. And it's also sad, too. You see this guy supposed to be this big, tough guy with this magical hood and everything. You go, wow, what's his backstory? And you find out he comes from money, but when his mom died, his dad, even though his dad was there, his dad just abandoned him. His dad treated him like a project that failed. He said, "Well, and give me the money off of this one, write my off on losses, and I'll move on to the next project." And he went back to work full time, and just abandoned his son. So now his son, with all this money, but doesn't have a dad. And so he probably started off trying to do well in school, because he even mentions in the show, the only time I got your attention when there's something bad. So that must mean he probably started off probably doing well in school, and probably said, "Dad, look what I got on my test." And Dad was, "I don't care," and just pushed him aside. Didn't care. He had the maids in the service. Let them take care of it. I don't care. Show them. I don't care about it. The thing though, his mom's gone. He's looking for his dad for help, and his dad's just like, I got work to do. I got to make money. And so in his mind, money's the only important thing that matters. And also, if I can't get your attention by doing something good, I'm gonna be a pain, and I'm gonna act out, and I'm gonna do bad. I'm gonna try to rob you. I'm gonna try to do all this stuff just so you can look at me and maybe I don't care if you say you hate me. At least you say something to me. And that's sad. Oh man. And then you have what's going on with I can think of his name right now. But he was the son of the man who tried to destroy Iron Man. And he knows that reputation. He's trying to live that down, change his name, but end up still becoming something, a version of his father, even though he was trying to fight against that as well. See, all these people dealing with some type of tragedy in some type of way. His was the least; it wasn't that bad, but choosing the wrong path. And even towards the end, when you think things are starting to turn around, she still chooses the wrong path. Oh no, why? Because it gave her a sense. Because she made an AI, Natalie, by mistake. She fought against her, but at the same time, it gave her comfort because she felt like she wasn't alone anymore. Because she took on this whole burden by herself, even though she didn't have to. It it gave her a sense of comfort, like a security blanket. And then when she was gone because of the magic, she felt as though her security blanket was over. She felt like she was alone again, and she started to crash out again because the people had called her a narcissist, maybe a narcissist, but she's not a narcissist. A narcissist wouldn't care about other people at all. She cares a lot about other people. She just go about protecting them the wrong way because of her fear and insecurities, because and the guilt of not doing anything. Watching her father and her best friend die in front of her. In a way, she's kind of like punishing herself because she feels as though she did wrong. So she doesn't deserve any help. She doesn't deserve to reach out to anybody else. She doesn't deserve the people so she got to take on this burden by herself because she failed. But she was a child. What could she do? So this was a different show. This was a different type of show. I never saw Marvel doing this before in my life. And it's a gamble. And because if you get it, you can see it. If you don't get it, you can really hate the show. You really hate the show a lot. Because this ain't like other Marvel shows. She's no hero. She's not doing what a hero would do. Why she ain't doing everything what the hero supposed to do? She's not a hero. The show itself keeps pointing out that she's not a hero. She's a tragic, sad little girl who witnessed something horrible, and it affected her life, and it made her and she made bad decisions because of it. Now she had to make these bad decisions? No. Because she made the right choice plenty of times. But that's life. Sometimes people you root for don't make the right decision. There are people who actually make it out of the situation, become successful, and they still tank it and go down the tour like this. What happened? Why? Like, oh man, you made it. You made it. Heck, even Iron Man crashed out because alcohol addiction. He went bankrupt multiple times in the comic books. I mean, he gets it back, but still, yeah. But overall, like I said, I did enjoy that. I thought the acting and stuff was pretty good as well too. Humor like hit or miss at times, but I did enjoy the whole family dynamic as well that Riri had and her friends around her as well too, and even like the Natalie AI system that had her as well too. Special effects and the visual of the person coming to the suit, I thought looked amazing, especially for a TV show. So overall, I think give this series a grade. I would give it a solid B. Maybe like a B. I'll give like I think I'll give it a B minus. I'll give it a B minus. Yeah, that's where it's good for me. But don't take my word for it. Go check it out for yourself. And if you have any other thoughts or ideas about the show, leave your comments down below. I'd like to hear them. So give my channel a like, hit the thumbs up, shaboop, and subscribe to my channel and share. I really do appreciate it. Also, links down below. Next to my social media, you want to follow me there. I'll appreciate that as well too. Also to my stores where I sell things from shirts and South Aerials and whatnot. Season about, so I really appreciate it. Like I always say, in my dreams of a life, I am the Ninja Rabbit. Peace out, peoples.